Welcome to your daily dose of hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I'm glad you're here. What do you think of when you hear the word comebacks? Not the kind you see in the movies where there's like a montage, that shows a bunch of effort from the main character and it magically helps everything fall into place. That's the kind we all see coming, and we know that's just not how things go in real life, at least not in my life. The quiet, unglamorous kind of comebacks, right? The Tuesday morning kind, the kind where you didn't sleep great and things still feel hard and you're not really sure about what's going on, but you try and you decide you're going to go anyway. You're going to make the effort anyway. And maybe sometimes that feels like a little bit even of irrational stubbornness, right? I certainly have felt that before. So when that happens, I want to just remind you that that's really resilience. And resilience doesn't always look heroic. In fact, in my personal life, it really seldom looks or feels heroic. Most of the time, it feels like just getting up and facing the day and deciding you're going to get through it one way or another. Here's what I've come to believe, that every single setback carries a hidden invitation. Now, this is not the old, everything happens for a reason kind of thing, but setbacks in life are going to happen. And you can be clear-eyed about that and also decide, again, this kind of hidden invitation is to decide to choose to discover something about yourself or to ask yourself, what is it I need to learn from this? Maybe it's something that you wouldn't have found any other way. Sometimes it's just how we recognize the strength that we didn't know we had. Often it's the people who show up when things get hard that we really understand what resilience really looks like, the version of us that's the most honest, the most grounded kind of version, because we're really being honest about what is. There are people who study resilience and they talk about things like post traumatic growth, which is kind of the concept that people, after going through something genuinely difficult, report feeling stronger and often more grateful and more connected. Not because the hard thing wasn't hard, and not because they're glad that they had to go through the hard thing. That's not it at all. It's about how they got through it and the fact that they can be grateful that they did get through it. So just remember today, you're not behind, you're not broken. You may be like me and feel like you're mid comeback. And those are really different things. So whatever you're carrying, I hope that you can hold it a little differently. Not as evidence that you're failing or that things aren't going well, but as proof that you're in the middle of something and that something, the middle part, isn't the end. It's the comeback. It's coming. And knowing that that's happening is where we can find the resilience and the strength to make today the better day. This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.